Welcome to Greer Overload. Let's talk about AMD's FSR, specifically FSR4. Now, there was a Radeon boss talking about this and hinting that FSR4 will be AI algorithms. They're going to be using them much more intensively, as they're saying. Basically, that's what it's going to be. It's AI algorithm for upscaling and AI-based frame generation, which I think could be a really cool feature. I'm not a huge FSR, DLSS, XESS person, frame rate generation, all these. I haven't used them much. I like to go as native as possible and then find an acceptable frame rate for that, right? I don't want tearing or anything else. I just want an acceptable frame rate. So I'm hoping that more people want to get on that bandwagon because right now we're 25% of the population according to Sony, and I really like the fidelity side. Part of my worry is that native generation may go away, and what I really hope happens with this is not so much that native generation goes away, is that you could take let's say a 4K render and then enhance it with more detail. And maybe that's what we'll get out of this. I don't know yet, but I don't want to be stuck in this thing where we're just trying to achieve faster and faster frame rates through AI generation or whatever, and we forget about fidelity and we look back in 10 years and we all of a sudden start asking ourselves, why isn't fidelity getting any better, right? I don't want to be in that situation as a person that likes to be immersed in the games when he's gaming. So if you're that way, leave it in the comments below. I hope that there's more of people that like to have fidelity when they're gaming and not just the pure frame rates. Now, I get for some games you want to have a good frame rate, and that's perfectly reasonable. When I play those games, yeah, I'll turn down some settings, but most of the time I'm playing a game where I want to be immersed in the fidelity side of it and the artistic beauty of the game, and that's what that's what I game towards. So I with FSR here and putting the AI into it, hopefully that they're catching up. AMD seems to be chipping away at the NVIDIA side of things, and if they can keep on doing that with the AI generation, hopefully they will get to a point where this is going to be a good solution for it. Now, we'll see as this comes out. I don't know when this is. I'm guessing 2025 sometime. But if it can, benefit the handheld side, which is, a battery constrained device, that's a huge deal. If it can, in my stance, if it can take a 4K generated image, let's say you're playing 4K on your desktop and you generate that and it enhances the detail, that's going to be a huge benefit. I don't know if it's going to do that, but that's one thing I'd like to see. And if you can kind of put these all together, I think that, if you can hit the minimum 30 frames per second on, let's say, your handheld, but then on your desktop, I can still hit, I kind of gauge for 60 to 120 normally in gaming on my games, but to have the highest fidelity possible. If we can do that, I think that they're going to be hitting on all cylinders here. And if they can get that competition and release a card that's price competitive, FSR4 may actually start going in an FSR, be taking off. I like the open sourceness of it, and if they can do that, I'm pretty excited at what they're capable of doing. Now, still, I want to be able to see that high fidelity, right? That's one thing I'd like to see. I don't know what you guys are looking for, and maybe it's higher frame rates, but I don't think the frame rates that come in should reduce your latency or introduce lag, right? Because if that's the case, it's going to have not a positive effect on the gaming side of things. So there's a lot here that AMD needs to do. I'm guessing if you were able to throw in a couple, NPU type things and be able to do that, they'll be able to see some fruits of their labor probably in these cards. And I'm sure that that's what they're working on, especially with some of the UDNA stuff. But, we'll see what AMD has in stores. And as always, is NVIDIA going to have something else out first that's, going to be able to push the market before AMD has it and put AMD second fiddle and then also have to put this into all the games again when NVIDIA already has had it, been able to test it, and been able to show it off before AMD has. That's always an uphill struggle for AMD, but maybe that they'll start getting Radeon back on track, with UDNA. And, I did a video on, their high-end cars or mid-range, right, for the next generation. If they can start laying a platform here of what they're trying to do and build off of it, maybe we'll have something here that can compete with NVIDIA, and the high-end gamers alike will be able to get something to be able to do. I don't see a successful competition between AMD and NVIDIA on the high end of AMD saying we have this AI generation to compete with NVIDIA's high-end card. I don't think that that's going to be acceptable, and I think that that would just deteriorate a little bit more of AMD's ability to compete and their mind share in the market. And if they come out and say that, uh, I'm going to be very disappointed, because that's going to be just another marketing stupidity thing, right? Let's stop doing this of comparing your mid-range to the high end because you added a feature and to AI upscaling when NVIDIA's native rendering, right? They'll probably do something stupid like that, knowing AMD's marketing, what it's been here lately. So let me know in the comments below what you think of FSR4, what you hope that this AI, upscaling, and I just hope it's just not just upscaling. I hope it's also like, just AI higher fidelity mode too. That'd be kind of cool. And then AI based frame generation. Are you looking forward to those things? Are you a fidelity gamer and hope that it's more of a, increases the fidelity of a, of whatever screen you have to be a little bit higher? And I hope that you all have a great week, the rest of the weekend here as that's coming up. Thank you so much for supporting Gray Overload and helping this channel grow. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and watch a number of my videos, as it really does help with the channel. And until next time, God bless.